Every fisherman has that thought from time to time. How cool would it be to have a pet bass or a pet bluegill? It couldn't be that hard to raise them, watch them grow, and maybe even teach them a trick or two. So it's settled. Today, I'm going fishing for a new friend. So we just got out here to the creek right now. We're about to do some fly fishing to look for this new pet of mine. And on top of that, I thought it'd be a great time to test out the brand new Ned rig by Biospawn. Now, our main goal today is gonna be getting out here looking for a pet. So we're gonna be fishing small fish and the fly fish, using the grubs and stuff like that. But once we accomplish that, or maybe if we can't even accomplish that, that's when these things are going to come in handy. So Biospawn, a Ketchko company, which is actually today's sponsor, just dropped these brand new lures. They are awesome Ned rigs. They come in a large assortment of colors. And the thing that I'm most excited about is the material that they're made out of. It's a TPE, ultra buoyant and ultra durable plastic. So this stuff floats. It can take a beating from these fish. And on top of that, it makes it real easy for these smaller fish, these creek bass to kind of choke that bait down, kind of bends down, and it just feels more realistic on top of that. So without further ado, guys, let's get out here and start fishing these new Ned rigs, try to get a brand new pet on that fly gear, and maybe you guys can help me name that bad boy as well, hopefully, if we do catch something. So enough talking, let's get after it. Oh my God, this water is freezing cold right now. I'm gonna have to definitely adjust, I'll tell you that much. Got a lot of grass and moss in this area too, so I have to be careful not to slip and fall. Right now I got this bucket just pulling behind me. It's gonna suck once it fills up with water. Good thing though, creek is flowing this way, so that should help us out a little bit. I'm gonna try to just work down to areas where I can fish from dry land, hopefully, instead of waiting in the water the entire time, because this stuff is pretty nippy, to be honest. Shh, dude, I'm trying to sneak up on these guys. All right, this is one of my favorite little perch spots here. I say perch, right? Like fishing for perch? No, just it's a perch. I get up, I'm able to see a little bit more. I can see almost like a bed-like structure over here for some bluegill, so I'm gonna put my stuff down and try to fish around this area. So there's some really colorful sunfish in this actual creek. I may try to target some of those prettier, cooler looking ones. I'm trying to stick to sunfish species mainly because there's no limit on size, and I'm not trying to do anything illegal by taking home a tiny little bass or something like that. It's almost like I need a lure that'll get underneath the water right now. I can see like a school of these fish just right here in front of me. Oh, there we go, there we go. Keep it tight, Ryan, yes! Yes, guys, our first one so far. It's not the pretty, cool species that I was after, but it's our first little bluegill if we wanted to keep him as a pet. Now, I'm gonna put this guy in the bucket for the meantime, just because I don't know if we're gonna get another fish or how this is gonna play out. This might be our new little fish, our new little buddy. So I'm gonna hold on to him, see what happens. I'm gonna try to bring him to an area where we can get some nice running water. I'm just gonna leave the bucket there because if this shouldn't float away or anything like that. At the same time, he should get all the same water, the same oxygen he would get as he would be over there. So he's not gonna be harmed being in this thing. And I do have an aerator and everything in my car when I'm ready to get out of here. I'm gonna put this rock right there though, just stop any sort of weird dragging or anything like that might occur. You good in there, buddy? He hates me, but he's good in there. So we got ourselves our first little guy on the fly too, man. I was looking at it, they were kind of giving me a hard time just chasing it and not actually committing to it, and that one just came up last minute and took it. Let's see if we can get ourselves one of these pretty ones. They got some like ruby looking bluegill over here, some red breast and long ear, a bunch of hybrids because we're here in a natural runoff, natural creek. Oh my God, that was the one. That's the one I want. He just came up after it. Beautiful, beautiful red and blue body. It's like the faster I run it through, the more fish come after it. Okay, I'm finding a technique that's working for me. You get in the water and run it. I'm telling you, if I had a grub, or maybe that Ned rig, it just might work so much better because I can just let it sit in their bed. With the fly line and this wind and this creek, I'm slowly drifting away, unfortunately. Might do something stupid, something that fly fishermen might hate, but I might put a grub lure on this thing just so it sinks down and kind of gets on their bed. Maybe that'll work, I'm not sure. So these are the grubs I'm talking about, and what I'm thinking of doing is just grabbing one of these really, really bright ones like this, and then I can see from afar. So maybe changing up the appearance will help. That might actually make things worse, I'm not sure. That looks, honestly, it looks god-awful. But we're gonna give it a go, man. If you guys are interested in getting into these little lures that I'm using right now, pick them up at shopkarls.com. They got a whole kit over there for like $9. Very, very affordable and very fun for stuff like this. If you're new to fishing, or if you want to take your kid fishing, or even creek fishing like I am right now, it makes things a lot more fun. My trajectory is really off, but there we go. There we go. There we go. Stay on, buddy. Stay on. That is what we're talking about, guys. That is what we're after today. The beautiful, beautiful fish that we have here in these creeks, these hybrids, these combinations of long ears and bluegill and green sunfish and red-breasted fish. This guy might be going home with us. Look at his eye too. Beautiful fish, beautiful fish. All I had to do was change out the lure. I literally put that little grub on this fly. I don't know why. Woo, maybe the color, the brightness, something made them go crazy on it. Second cast, got this fish, man. Sometimes you gotta adjust, adapt. That's what we did to get the exact fish that I wanted, man. I'm so stoked. Kind of wanted to have this little tiny guy, to be honest. Like, I enjoyed the size of this fish. So if we can catch another one with that pattern in this size, well, we'll just keep on rinsing, repeating until we find ourselves the perfect fish that we want for our aquarium. It's kind of sounds messed up, but that's what we're doing right now. I'd rather have a smaller fish, help raise it, bring it back to this creek, and then maybe come back and visit in the future. But that guy's going back in the water. I want a little tiny guy like that, man. If I can get a little tiny guy, we'll be winning. It's crazy clear water, man. I can see every little fish. Digging this. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's a good one. That's a good sized one, man. It's another pretty one, man. We found the honey hole of pretty fish. Oh my goodness. Look at this one. You want to talk about being able to pick up our selection? That looks like some sort of green sunfish hybrid. It's just so big. It's also got a really big belly, so this bird's really loud above me. It's got a really big belly, so I'm assuming this might be a pregnant fish. I would love to have it, I just don't think I need one this big. The other one we have is a little bit smaller than this, and I think that's what we want, something we can have to slowly adapt and adjust to our pond, or our aquarium. So this one's going back in the creek. Another beautiful fish, man. There we go. There we go. That's a good sized one. It's not big, not small. That's what we want. That's what we want. Let's see if I can land him. Dude, he's fighting good. Why is he fighting so good compared to all the other ones? Ah, it's about the same size, to be honest, man. Catching about the same size fish. I might have to run down to a different channel of the creek. Run this one back in. Just gonna keep on working until we find ourselves our small guy. Oh, that's a big one. I didn't want that one. I saw him come up for it. That's a good one. Dude, we're killing it on the fly today, man. This is the most fish I've ever caught on the fly my entire life, so I feel like I've learned a little bit, definitely. This guy's mean looking, man. He's cool. Back in the water you go, though, buddy. Oh, that's a good one. He hit that so hard. Why'd he hit that so hard, man? Look how pretty that one is. Beautiful, beautiful fish. We are finding the most beautiful fish today, man, but I just need them a little bit smaller than that so I can take them home and raise them. There we go, dude. We're finding them. We're finding them. That's a pretty one. That might be the one that we're after, guys. He's got a little red belly. He's got the long ear. He's got the spots. He's got the orange eye. He just might not be grown up. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop this one in there. Hit on, hold on to him. See if he might be one of these fish in the future. It might be one of these things that they start out like this and they slowly become those bigger species, because I'm looking at him splashing around right now. He's got a lot of really cool colors on him, and he's also throwing mud everywhere. But like a lot of blues. Let me make sure my camera's clean. A lot of blues, greens, orange belly, the red eye. Yeah, I think this is gonna be our little buddy that we're taking home with us. I think that's gonna complete our little fly fishing expedition. We got ourselves our little pets. I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna put this thing away real quick and start running around with this Ned rig. See if maybe we can catch some creek bass. I know that there's some really nice creek bass. I might have to walk down the creek, or I might have to walk down the trail and try to find it, but there's some spots in this creek where there's some really solid bass. I'm talking like big boys that are stacked up on these beds, similar to how these fish are. It's just about finding them and getting down there and fighting with the elements to get to them. So I'm gonna put my stuff away and we're gonna start roughing it, see if we can find ourselves a bass on this new Ned rig by Biospawn. So we got to a very fishy looking portion right now. I'm gonna slow down because I can see bait fish coming off the edge over here. We're on. We're on. There we go, guys. That's how we test him out on a nice creek bass, man. Spotted him. There's another one in there, a smaller one, and he actually came up and smoked it. He might be on a bed or something. Look at his tail. Pretty spotted bass. This is not going to be a largie. You can tell by the lip adjustment. It's actually to its eye, and then just the vibrant, beautiful spots on this thing. Actually, it could be a largie in the future. It's pretty fish either way. Look at it, just choked that Ned rig too, man. I knew these things were going to be murder in this creek. Came out real easy. Look at it, looks brand new. Hasn't even been used, hasn't even caught a fish. All right, I need to come put this bait bucket down. I literally was walking, didn't have time to put it in the water, but now I do. While I put this guy in the water and see if we can find any other creek bass out here. But bass number one, going right back in the water where he belongs. See you, buddy. Ooh, pissed. I completely understand now. This beautiful stick's gonna hold everything just like that. If I come back and it's not there, I cannot be surprised. Let's see if we can find another one. I just gave it a long cast and started jolting it across, and that guy came out of nowhere, man. It's turned out to be a very eventful day at this creek. The overcast and this pressure from the storm might be working to our advantage. Look at that skip, man. Beautiful. There's bass over here attacking my line, but what they don't know is that my lure is stuck out there on some rocks. Go find my lure for me, guys. Go find my lure. I don't want to do this, but we're gonna break it off. Alright guys, we're gonna do something I should have done from the beginning, and that is fish this thing weedless. There's a lot of this chunk rock and weird stuff. What happens is when you're not fishing it weedless, those hooks get caught in that, and that's all it takes. You're stuck. You're never getting that back unless you're getting all the way in the water. And some of these areas, I don't even trust getting in the water because it looks so sketchy. But I'm gonna go ahead and put on this bad boy on a weedless setup and see if that helps us. I'm sure it'll help us definitely fish it. I'm not sure how good it'll do on the hookup ratio, but we'll find out here shortly. Got ourselves another little creek bass. Second one, man. Second one, second cast on the new color. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful little spotted bass in these creeks here. That weedless works really well, getting in and getting out of those areas. Look at that, guys. Beautiful, beautiful creek bass. Look at the stripes on that one, man. They don't get much prettier than that. Small little creek bass. Gotta love it. There you go, little buddy, back into the water. Doing pretty good on this Ned, man. I've only been fishing this little point for about 10 minutes. Got 2 fish. Time to hike up the old shorts. That's a catfish. Oh, oh, whoa, I was not ready for that. What the heck was that? I just threw that over there just screwing around. Got myself all tangled up. Man, I gotta get back in that corner and see what that was. It could have just been like a giant sunfish the way it hit it and ran. But I set the hook and I don't know what happened here. That got tangled up and there was no bringing any line in, unfortunately. And it looks like hook never got him. So whatever it is, oh my God, it's a big bass. I can see him right here next to me. This bass is being mean. This bass is being rude. He saw it and then swam off last second. Man, that was crazy. That was probably like a 2-pound bass, which isn't huge, but for a creek, that's pretty good, man. Lets me know that whew, something died over here. Lets me know though that they're around here. Some good creek bass. Oh no, he came out of nowhere, smoked it and broke me off. He came back for it. Wow, he followed me all the way up and broke me off. 6-pound line was not ready for that guy. All my drag's all the way set too from when I was snagged earlier. Dude. Oh, what a rookie mistake, Ryan. That was my last weedless bait too, so man, that fish, it's gonna haunt me. Crazy thing is, he looked about 2 pounds from up above the water, and all the fish that I've been pulling out, all the little tiny fish, when they actually get up to me from what I can see, they are so much bigger than what they actually look like. So that could have been like potentially a 3-pound bass, which is, I mean, not my PB or anything, but that's just exciting when you're out here screwing around in the creek, testing out brand new lures and trying to catch pets. I don't come out here with the intentions to catch, oh my God, to catch a 3-pound fish. So that's pretty cool. Well guys, we've made it back to the house. I have the pets right here in front of me, our 2 brand new sunfish. Now, I did actually pick up 2 instead of just 1. I kind of honestly forgot that there was 2 in there on the way back, and then I got to a portion of the trail where I just really couldn't get these guys back in the water. But I figured, you know, hey, if I'm gonna take 1, I'll take 2, I'll have a little buddy, and then I'll bring them back together, and they can tell all their friends about the awesome adventures that they had here at Ryan Rick's Fish Aquarium. But right now, guys, we're gonna go through the process of getting these guys in a bag with some of their natural water and some air. I'm gonna let them float, do the basic thing that you're supposed to do when you have an aquarium, when you have new fish. You gotta let them adjust to the temperature. You gotta let the water that they're naturally swimming in and the water that they're gonna go in adjust. They have to acclimate, and basically you have to make sure that they slowly get to the right temperature before you just throw them in the water and shock them. All right, guys, well, I'd be lying if I'm telling you that these guys are not pissed and making a complete mess. The water that they're in, I actually had to turn this light off so that we kind of calm down. The water they're in is stinky. It's horrible. It smells like just fish poop and guts, and whatever they're doing in there smells god awful. So whenever I get them actually out of that and in the actual tank, that'll be pretty nice. You can see they're kind of irritated, but they get plenty of oxygen. I aerated the bag, so the bag does have air. Try to get away from them, let them calm down, and just give them, I'd say, about maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes like this tops. While I'm waiting for this process to go down, you guys let me know in the comments below, what should we name these guys? Should we keep both of them? And which one should we keep if we decided to return one of them? So make sure you drop that comment below. I'm going to give these guys about, like I said, 20 minutes to rest up. I'll be back. We'll finish it out, pop them in the water, and hopefully they'll enjoy their new home. We'll find out here shortly. Alright guys, weight is up. Time to get these guys in the water. They're getting pretty feisty, so it's time. Boy first. There he goes. Here comes a little bit. He's digging it. He's pissed. He's definitely, I'm like almost 95% sure he's got to go back into the creek. But this guy, he's digging it, man. I might make him a little makeshift house. Let me get that rock real quick. He's hidden back there in that vegetation and structure, and then once again, a little bit over here is too hidden in that structure and that vegetation. So I think that's a good thing. I think these guys are definitely going to have a little bit of adjusting to do to that creek life, to this aquarium life, but this stuff should be all ready for them. I'm just going to go ahead and in today's video, I guess on a good note, we got these guys in their house. Let me know in the comments below though, what should we name these guys? Are we keeping both of them? And which one of the two should go back? Honestly, I think this guy over here probably needs to go back. He just seems a little too big and a little too feisty. This guy over here, I think he's going to be kind of a fun little project to watch grow up and eventually maybe even turn into a fish like that. That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm assuming based off the pattern and location where we got him and all that stuff. But definitely let me know what you guys think about this whole series in the comments below, and we'll see you on the next one.
I was not expecting